You know how we see AI headlines every single day? Well, this past week, something was different. This wasn't just another update. It felt like a fundamental shift. The rules of the game literally just changed right before our eyes. We're talking AI going from a cool, buzzy experiment to a full-on, heavyweight global industry. And it really all boils down to two things: raw power and a whole lot of money. Okay, let's start with a number that'll make your jaw drop. A check was just written for, get this, $1.5 billion. And no, this wasn't some flashy investment or a new company valuation. This was a penalty. A massive one. So what was that penalty for? Well, it's the price tag for the single largest copyright recovery in history, ever. And it was paid by the AI company Anthropic. Their crime? Training their AI model, Claude, on something like 500,000 pirated books. This is a huge signal. The old tech mantra of ask for forgiveness, not permission, yeah, that's officially over. All right, but then there's this number. Over $50 billion. Now this one's different. This isn't a fine for something that went wrong. Oh no. This is a massive strategic play for future dominance. That $50 billion? That's the extra cash OpenAI wants to pocket for itself by completely rewriting the rules of its biggest partnership, the one with Microsoft. I mean, talk about a bold power play, right? It's basically signaling a huge shift in who gets to keep the spoils from this whole AI revolution. So, what's really going on here? What are these gigantic numbers actually tell us? Well, what we're witnessing is the end of an era. This is AI's startup phase. It's over. This is graduation day. AI is now a heavyweight global industry, and it's got the Titan-sized profits and the Titan-sized problems to prove it. So first up, let's dive into how these titans are basically reshuffling the entire chessboard. This is all about one thing: consolidating power, raking in insane profits, and, writing a completely new playbook for the whole industry. And right at the center of this whole power play is OpenAI and its relationship with Microsoft. So check this out. Under the new terms they're proposing, the slice of the pie that partners get would plummet from 20% all the way down to just 8%. That move all by itself could land OpenAI over $50 billion in extra revenue. So the takeaway here is pretty clear, right? They're not just building cool products anymore. They're building an empire. And look, building an empire isn't just about the money. It's about controlling the entire ecosystem. And that's exactly why OpenAI also just launched Growth. It's the super exclusive 5-week incubator for the next generation of AI builders. What does that do? It gives them early access to all of OpenAI's tools, basically making sure that the future of AI gets built on their platform, Smart. Okay, so while OpenAI is busy consolidating all this power, its rivals are absolutely not just sitting on the sidelines. They're fighting back, and it's sparking this insane high-stakes arms race. And the weapons of choice? Well, you've got lawsuits, you've got price wars, and, believe it or not, viral internet trends. We already touched on the price of one of those legal battles, right? That historic $1.5 billion settlement against Anthropic for using all those copyrighted books. That is one heck of a costly reminder. It shows that the old Silicon Valley mantra of move fast and break things, well, it now comes with a 10-figure price tag. Ouch. Meanwhile, Google's fighting on a totally different front, the cultural front. Their AI, Gemini, actually knocked ChatGPT off the top spot in the app stores for a bit. And it wasn't because of some huge technical breakthrough. Nope. It was because of this completely bizarre viral trend called Nano Banana. I'm not kidding. It just goes to show you, in this AI arms race, sometimes pop culture can be just as powerful as computer code. And Google is also going hard on a price war to try and capture the AI video market. They just slashed prices on their Veo video generation tools by as much as 62%. I mean, that is an incredibly aggressive play to undercut all their competitors and just completely dominate the creator space. So, okay, enough about the boardroom battles for a second. How does any of this actually affect, our daily lives? Well, this week, AI really truly arrived in the office, and it showed up in two forms: as a crazy powerful new assistant and as a really sophisticated new threat. Let's start with the helpful side. Microsoft is starting to embed this new agentic AI, and what that means is AI that can actually do things for you right into Microsoft Teams. Just imagine having an AI facilitator helping to run your meetings, or giving you a perfect recap of a call you had to miss. This is the moment AI stops being just a chatbot you talk to and starts becoming a practical, everyday tool you work with. But of course, with these amazing new capabilities, there's always a darker side. And I want you to meet Prompt Lock. This is an entirely new class of ransomware. And the scary part, it doesn't just follow pre-written code. It literally thinks for itself. So here's how this thing works. First, it gets into a system. Then, instead of calling home to a server, it uses its own local large language model to actually analyze the environment it's in. And because it's completely self-contained, it can create unique, custom attack scripts on the fly. That makes it, well, incredibly adaptive and super hard to detect. We're talking a true next-generation threat here. So you've got all this stuff happening, right? The massive money, the fierce competition, these new scary threats. All of it is forcing the entire industry to grow up, and grow up fast. The final piece of this puzzle is the new foundation being built, and it's made of two things: government regulation and just an astonishing amount of raw power. Yeah, the Wild West days of AI, they're officially over. Regulators are stepping in, and they're not messing around. Just this week, the SEC indicted a couple of executives for something they're calling AI washing, basically lying about their AI capabilities to pump up their company's stock price. The message from the government could not be clearer. If you say you're using AI, you damn well better be able to prove it. And then there's the actual physical foundation. I mean, to power this whole revolution, companies are making investments that are just mind-boggling. Let's throw out another number. How about $9 billion? $9 billion. That's what Google is spending on new AI data centers in one single U.S. state, Oklahoma. It just goes to show you, this revolution isn't just happening in the cloud or in lines of code. It's a massive, real-world build-out of physical infrastructure. But you know, this new foundation isn't just measured in dollars. It's measured in raw, brute force energy. How much are we talking about? 1 gigawatt. To put that in perspective, that's enough electricity to power an entire major city. And get this, that's the minimum amount of power OpenAI is looking for just one new data center they're planning in India. This whole arms race has gone geopolitical now. It's spanning the entire globe, and it is demanding just incredible, staggering amounts of energy. So let's bring it all together. What does all this mean? What we saw last week, it really wasn't just another bunch of headlines. It was the end of AI's infancy. AI just graduated from the startup sandbox. It is now a regulated, multi-billion-dollar global industry that is building the literal, physical, and financial foundations of our future economy. So from copyright law all the way to the global energy grid, the rules are being completely rewritten, right now, in real time. AI is building its own brand new world, a world that's going to be worth trillions of dollars. And really, the only question left is, are we ready to live in it?